Why are you actually contemplating divorce? Do you really think that that's a solution to the challenges you're facing in your marriage? Maybe you don't know what you're actually facing in your marriage and you are considering a letter of divorce. Another person may have experienced something in his or her marriage and they never thought of it, and they're still together and they're still enjoying their marriage. Having a difficult time does not suggest that you should just get a letter of divorce and get your wife off or get your husband off. There's much more in marriage. That situation you're passing through now, that challenge you're facing right now, can change if only two of you could sit together and talk. Yes, you may say we have done that. We have even invited some clergymen, family members, friends. Yeah, fine. Counselors, and it doesn't seem to work out. Why don't you try prayer? The only reason you can just step out of your marriage, not necessarily as a result of divorce, is just temporal separation. And that because you want to pray for your husband, you want to pray for your wife for a change of attitude. And that can only happen when it has to do with the case of violence. So you can step out of that marriage temporary. It's called temporal separation. For what? Why are you separating at that moment? It's for the purpose of prayer, for God to come into that marriage, for the devil that is responsible for violence to be taken off your marriage. Marriage is honorable in all things. It's meant to be enjoyed. If you're actually considering a temporal separation, let it be as a result of violence. And violence is both ways. It could be the man, it could be the women. The women can also be violent in marriage, and as well as the men. So if you are considering a temporal separation, which can only be allowed in the case of violence, why are you doing that? It's for praying that the devil, Bible says, rebuke the devil and it shall flee from you. So you step aside to pray and rebuke the devil in your marriage for the spirit of violence to be taken off your marriage. Take your separate time, pray for your husband. That situation can only change in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. The Jew asked Jesus, the Lord, they said to him, Moses wrote in our law, he wrote out the precept that we can send off our wives. And the Lord answered to them. He said, Moses only wrote that law because of the hardness of your heart. He said, because your heart are hardened. In other words, it's because of your spirit of unforgiveness, because you are refusing to forgive your wife. He said, as a result of that, Moses wrote to you that law. Then the Lord said to them, he said, from the beginning, it was not so. He said, God created them male and female. He said, God meant for a man and woman to be together. The reason Moses wrote that is because of unforgiveness. Is any sin you commit to the God cannot forgive you? So why would you not forgive your wife? Why will you not forgive your husband? Talk about it. If you've noticed any ill attitude your wife or your husband is exhibiting, pray for your spouse. Pray for them. Pray for your children. Many children are suffering today as a result of their parents' decision to divorce themselves, to walk out of their marriages. Many children today are wayward. Many children today are suffering on the streets as a result of urgent decision of a man and a woman in marriage. Stay in your marriage, for marriage is honorable in all things. Love your spouse. Forgive them when they are wrong. Pray for each other. Enjoy your marriage, for marriage is God's idea. Don't allow the devil to steal that from you.